it now.
Well,
Oh, I spoke too soon. What's up, everybody? FSC Trucking. Got a heck of a video for you today. This will be a little different than normal. We're gonna try very hard to get this rat race of a truck build done. Yeah, I'm talking about Snow White. So we've been working on Snow White pretty much non-stop while I was gone. And now that I'm back, it's now up to both me and Chris to get it done. So, got a bunch of errands done today. Let's go check out what we got going on inside. Then we'll start getting to unload the truck because we got a bunch of crap for Snow White sitting inside. Now, Snow White is our, well, isn't so much white anymore. It's starting to look like a DeLorean, actually. Alrighty, Snow White is a 1999 GMC Suburban that I bought for my son and his newlywed wife. This is basically their wedding gift. It showed up white. These are the pictures that from the ad that when we bought it. Bought it down in North Carolina, hauled it up here. Decided to take care of the mechanical work. It needs to be done. I got to start on that today, actually. And well, once Chris started on with the shop, I hate to say it, but the very first thing I asked him to do is, can you sand the truck down for me? Because I only got a couple panels done. And there you are, is how you see it. First handful of working days hasn't been the most fun, has it?
it's been exciting, yeah.
However, we're getting it done. Now there's only two body problems with this truck. You want to show them quick? Only two.
Got one little dent right here. May not show it very well. And then there's some previous body work here that isn't too bad. It needs smoothed out some.
Yeah, you can feel it here. I'm kind of a little worried because Chris pointed it out. It looks like they put the filler right over the white paint. So that don't look, I really don't want to start digging into this and finding a big monster. It's stuck this far.
Right.
So we kind of just want to finish this area here. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Actually, did you work on this today? Because I can't feel that at all now.
No.
It's right here.
It's more up here, yeah.
Yeah, so.
But I didn't realize it was, I hadn't found any Bondo yet. And
right.
when I got into it, I said, oh, well, I better back off of that.
Just a little bit.
But that's all that's on the whole vehicle. It's pretty impressive.
So yeah, he's got all the paint off. Now this truck, the problem was you got to take so much, there's plastic overlays on both the quarter panels and on the fenders, which is why we took the fender off. But yeah, you got to take so much of the interior apart just to get at speed nuts to get that plastic paneling off, which is like, oh my God, why? What were they thinking? The two fenders are over here sitting on the CL9000 Ford frame, now table, and then the hood. This broke, so we drove all the way to Lenexa, Kansas, because it was never going to come in on time. So I actually had to drive all the way down by Kansas City to pick up a new grill for the truck. I also picked up new headlights and new front marker lights for it, because they're a bit yellow and like hazed out. So I didn't want them to be, you know, having the crappy headlights that you really can't, you know, project light out forward very well. So I got new ones of those stock ones, but those I got off an LMC truck. All right, there you go. That's what Snow White looks like right now. So the idea today for me is to work on the brake problem that it has. It's got a busted brake line on the rear diff. Fix that, go through the rest of it, make sure everything's copacetic, Then I got a new battery for it, and I got new tires. So we'll go ahead and get the tires out of the dually. Probably not gonna put them on until after. We're not really sure. We don't really need to roll it around. So let me at least get the truck unloaded, get the crap out, and get started on the work. Now Matt agrees with me, 4-wheel drive trucks should at least have all-terrain tires on there. So these are the ones we got for them. Yeah, on the factory wheels, we don't have the money to be big pimping on some big old 24s. So the stock 16s will do, but we got nice KO2s for them. That makes them happy. Got it? What's up, guys? Steve here. Hey, for the last 2 weeks, Chris and I have been working hard here at the shop, working on the Suburban, getting some things done on Orwell. But one thing we realized we don't have around here is work shirts. I do have on FSCTrucking.com a bunch of OG shop shirts, we call them. That's the logo in the front, big logo in the back. And of course, recently we dropped this shirt right here, the Orwell Godfather t-shirt. Those are available at FSCTrucking.com. But one thing we realized now that I've got Chris here full time, and I'm like, man, we're gonna go through a lot of laundry. We need some rugged work shirts around here. So that's what we got coming to you guys. We got FSC Trucking work shirts for you guys. Those are gonna be for use here at the shop. I've got a bunch of them for me. I got even more for Chris. Obviously, he'll be here more than me. So we're gonna go ahead and get them work shirts going. Now the work shirts, just like the Orwell shirts, those are gonna be on pre-order. The game plan as of now is May 21st. They'll be printed possibly before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start opening up on FSCTrucking.com, link in the description right here. We're gonna take pre-orders for the FSC Trucking work shirts. Those shirts are gonna have patch on the front with the logo and shop name. On the back, of course, the big logo. That's what we're gonna have for the work shirts. These are tough, rugged, button-up shirts just like you see here. That will absolutely take the beating, the abuse, and the overuse of laundry. Let's be frank, we work hard and want to keep our clothes good. Shirts are gonna be black. We need clothes around here that are gonna take the absolute beating that we give them. We work hard around here, but we still wanna look good while we're doing it. Not only are they tough, rugged shirts, boys and girls, but also you can press them, you can look good. You wanna take your lady for a nice night out on the town and you wanna tell the world you are a hard-working, blue-collar, straight stud. That's the shirt for you. FSC Trucking work shirts right here on FSCTrucking.com. Check it out. All right, turns out the wheel cylinders were shot. I took the one off on the other side and it's all moist where these two piston plunger pieces go inside, actually where they were all wet right here where the pieces come out to spread the shoes. It's not really the piston, but kind of like a piston. The actual piston's inside, but if the seals leak, they get wet on the outside. So since we're having it apart, we'll go ahead and change out everything. If he did, it wasn't all that long ago, but just because you put shoes on it doesn't mean they're done.
Right.
The shoes aren't bad. It's just hydraulically it's screwed up.
I like to overdo it when it comes to brakes, so I know it's going to stop.
Well, let's not have Matt and Lydia have to mess with them. That's the idea. It's not like Matt, I mean, Matt could do the work, just that the idea is to not have to do the work. Alrighty, boys and girls, we're getting ready to fire it up and bring it outside to wash it. We're basically done with the sanding with the exception of working on them 2 dents, that filler on the back. Just feathered that better nicely, and then that 1 dent that needed to be addressed. We threw the tires on it just so we could roll it out and clean it up. We did find an intake leak. That's where the water was leaking from. It leaks between the intake and the head on the passenger side. I guess it's kind of typical. We have the serpentine belt missing because we had to take that bracket off over here. That's where it's leaking, right over here. So it sounds a little weird. There's no water pump running, no fan spinning, no nothing. How's them brakes feel? Feel good? Yeah, I'm not really impressed with how they felt just sitting still. All right, oh. Bring it forward. All right, we gotta support this up somehow. The tire grabbed on this and broke it back. There we go. I saw it. I thought it was just gonna over the lugs.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll have to bend that back out a little. It's metal.
Okay.
Yeah. It made a terrible crunch though, didn't it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not really. When we got done bleeding the brakes, I wasn't really impressed with. Like it felt still a little soft afterwards. Then you got to run more fluid through it.
It's soft.
So it never felt good, but I don't know. The brake light, well, I don't know now because everything's odd. Brake light was on because it was leaking out the back. So let's open up, pull it out.
Go right out here, right?
Yeah, just pull it. Oh, my dually's in the way.
About where your truck is?
Yeah, just right here on the pavement. That's good there. Yeah, I don't leave it run too long. I don't have a water pump. I mean, it's full of water, but still. Man, look at all that white mud. Look at that. Wow. That sucker's dirty. Alrighty, boys and girls, there it is. It's all cleaned up. Gonna go back in. We still got to do the body work on it. Chris is gonna change the intake gasket up, but it's a lot better than what it was. Cleaned up. We also did a lot of cleaning inside the shop, getting it set up. It just gets, you'd be surprised how dirty and dusty a shop can get doing this body work. Yeah, it's good. Alrighty, boys and girls, getting ready to close up the shop for the day. I figured I'd show you what we got done. So I went ahead and fixed the dent. Chris is almost done with the intake. It takes a lot longer to do the intake than you think, but nonetheless, there it is. We got it installed mostly. About another hour or so we'll have it done. So we're also gonna flush and fill, put all new coolant in the radiator and so forth. Let me show you. All right, here's the intake. The part failed between the aluminum piece of the intake and the head. That's what failed, the leak right there. So just about ready to bolt that back on and be done. I went ahead while he was messing with that, took care of this dent right here, right there. You don't feel nothing. Perfect, beautiful. You won't see that. And then this here, Chris didn't know it was Bondo or any kind of filler. To me, that looks like Bondo brand filler. Anyways, he didn't know it was in there, so when he was cutting the paint, he cut in there and it made a little ripple. There's a little ripple in the metal up here where there was no filler, so I went and took care of that. So that's smooth. It really didn't take anything other than just a little bit of passing, but that's done there for the most part. So there we go. Obviously, we got the tires. I cleaned the blue off the tires while we had the truck outside pressure washing it. There you go. Also back here, went ahead and cleaned up. We're going to reposition this before. I don't know if I showed you this or not. So fenders, they're ready to get painted. We got to mask off the gold color bottom and then done. Hood's basically ready to go. That's simple. That's the update for today. I probably should have filmed myself while I was sanding down and working that filler with them dents, but I didn't think about it. Today really wasn't a heck of a lot to do, but yeah, we're gonna change the oil, new air filter, oil filter, all that stuff, all new coolant, get it ready to go. So tomorrow we should see some progress. I think the way it's gonna play out is tomorrow will be finishing cleanup, starting to paint prep, you know, masking everything off, getting ready to do that, and then hopefully we'll paint tomorrow. If not, it'll be first thing Saturday. The deadline got moved. Lydia don't need a truck Monday, but possibly, you know, Tuesday. Basically, I was told sometime in the week, so we're definitely pushing to get it done. But yeah, I hate them rapid fire quick deadlines, but one thing I refuse to do is work so fast we screw it up. So today was damn near a 12-hour day for Chris and myself. He worked pretty solid on working on that and then taking care of other nonsense around here. So, you know, not going to work a guy till he's too tired on what that's like. It's just not that much of a rush. So, see you tomorrow. Alrighty, Chris, you got the intake done, so see how it goes.
Let the fuel pump.
Gotta figure itself out. There it goes. It likes it now.
Well.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
Well.
But one thing I refuse to do is work so fast we screw it up.
Yeah, it's readjusting itself or something. That's what it sounds like to me, is the timing, because you actually hear clunking as it tries to fire.
Yeah.
But it was running pretty smooth, and then it self-adjusted back to something, and it don't like it.
All of a sudden.
Alright.
Like this, so I get lit up.
See what happens. Ready?
Yeah.
It's not even trying. Chris, I got a bad feeling.
What?
Take the cap off. Does that cap now turning? Is the cap turning at all? The rotor?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Is it now? Because now it's turning over like it's not even have compression.
Yeah, when we were cranking it, I was trying to line it up, it was turning.
Was it? Alright. Because it's not even trying, it didn't even make a peeping noise. Or is it unplugged something?
No, nothing's unplugged. It's only got the one plug.
It's just like there's no compression at all.
Well, that's, I had that plug out.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. Don't know. Did nothing to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, no,
So I don't know.
like you didn't take the heads off, you didn't take all 8 plugs out.
Didn't take any, I took the one plug out, but no. No, nothing should have changed.
Just humor me, make sure that damn thing's still turning. I'm starting to wonder if they're shaking and jarring if it didn't bust the timing chain loose. I ran wonderful before we mess with this intake. This is throwing me. Ready?
Yeah.
Spin it.
Turn.
Alright, I guess my first thought was the way it's cranking, like there's no compression. It's like, let's make sure the damn cam is still spinning.
Yeah.
I'm expecting more of a higher speed crank where the starter struggles more to turn a engine over. I don't know. Now I'm trying to convince myself to believe it actually doesn't have low compression.
At least on number one it does. But it can have low compression. If they're all the same, it'll still run good.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I have a whole nother engine for this thing in the storeroom too. I just don't want to do that. That's the other reason we bought this. Like, man, I got a whole engine for this thing. With low mileage too. Like, dude's kid wrecked it. Like, the truck was rusty. He put a new motor in it, and his son wrecked it on him. So he brought it to me. He was gonna make a hot rod out of it. And I took it apart, but he never did anything with it. He was like, dude, you've been holding that thing for so long, just keep it. Put it in something. Sitting around a pallet, still got a 4L80E sitting on it too. Let me cut this off. Let me see what, make a couple phone calls. Alrighty, boys and girls. Off camera while I was away, Chris went ahead and finished up the intake manifold job. Got it running, fired up, put all new coolant in it. Engine runs good, ready to go. Now we're painting. We're getting ready to paint, so we started masking. This is a door open job because we're trying to get the inside just wrapped around there. Otherwise, if you spray from the outside with the doors closed, you're not going to get the inside tip right around the edge there. And then either that or you'll puddle it up right on the edge. I don't want to do that. So the idea is to just do an open door spray and be done with it. So masking continues.
I think next time I'm gonna bring a note from home saying I can't do body work.
Dude, I'm not quote good at it either. You know,
It's just tedious. I like instant results.
I'm just here doing what I can. If it screws up a little bit, I guess they get what they pay for.
Right.
Do the best job I know how, that's it. But yeah, it takes forever to see any kind of progress. Well, that is unless you're watching this on YouTube, then it's like, oh, I could paint a whole truck in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, well, I thought.
Well, I can too if I have a swimming pool full of paint and I just drop it in.
Is that the only wide roll you got?
Oh no, I got a whole bunch more in the storeroom.
Back here.
Yeah, on the far side of the
Alright.
the shelf that's eye level.
Yeah.
How many rolls you grabbed? Just one?
One.
Yeah, I should ask you to get another one. I'll get it though when this one runs out.
Here, take.
I'm not, this one's not smoked yet. Close though. I'll probably be needing it when I get done with this one. I know that sounds weird, but when a vehicle's fully masked, it's like another step in this evolution, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Think about it from my angle. When I left that week and go trucking, the truck was completely white except for 2 panels. Right?
Yeah.
And then I get back and it's like, holy crap, the Suburban looks like a DeLorean.
And it seemed like overnight it just changed, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like you watch the commercial and then you come back and there it is.
Right.
Yeah. It just seemed that way for me.
Right, because you were diligently working away. For you, it seemed like nothing had changed. But no, once you get done masking and you step away from it, it's like, oh wow, that was quick. Or if you see the progress. Oh, I can't wait to hear the haters now when I'm painting this truck. Oh, you're just trying to be like your buddy Gentry.
Maybe you should have Gentry paint it for you.
Oh, people have suggested. Some people suggest I have Timmy do it for me, and other people, they will instantly complain. Oh, you're being just like Timmy. Oh yeah, I could see it already.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's the weirdest thing with YouTube and the comments. It's like that whole stay in your lane philosophy that they have. It's like you're known for one thing. You're known for one thing, and it's like it's an abomination if you change, do anything different, expand out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a trucking channel. I don't want to see no Suburban.
Yeah, in all fairness, it's just driving videos. Tend to get boring.
Oh no, wait, I'm just a YouTuber that occasionally drives truck. Out down now. Alrighty, boys and girls, there you go. There's your 99 Suburban, all mashed up, ready to go. So we got a couple things we have left to do. We're not spraying today. We're going to come back tomorrow to do it. We've literally been on this thing for probably 6 to 7 hours. That is a lot of paper. And it's weird when you realize how much paper you've used, you start figuring out, man, there isn't really that much stuff to paint on this car. It's just, it kind of seems that way. But now it's, wow, how much square footage of paper did you use? I don't know, that's quite a lot. But yeah, there's the truck, all mashed up, ready to go. So tomorrow, we'll hit it with degreaser, you know, grease and wax remover, technically. And then tack cloth it, which everybody that ever messed with tack cloth knows that stuff feels like, ugh, it doesn't just I don't know why, it just bugs you. So get that done, prime, then paint. We got the grill here for it, the new one. That's the grill I went to Kansas for. So that we still have to just mask off the actual chrome grill and then scuff it with that Scotch-Brite and then hit it with adhesive promoter or adhesion promoter. I forget exactly what it's called. Come in a spray can. Then it gets primed and then the Olympic white paint. And over here we got both front fenders and the hood. Those got to do the same painting. Again, taped off the gray. Everything steel is going to be white. Chris is over there trying to figure out how to get that grill out rather than mask it off. But there's a bunch of little tabs. It must be like
I'm just
10 or 12 tabs.
How far down we got tape.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
No, just got, once the chrome's taped up, then you go good to go. I just want it covered before we hit it with Scotch-Brite, not scratch the chrome. I mean, it is brand new after all. But yeah, this thing gets cracked pretty easy. It's just, you know, the other one's sun faded, beat up. It's all brittle on the top. The mounting clips on the back here is what happens. That right there, those break off and then they rattle. So for the cost, it was easy to get a new one, except the fact that I had to drive to Kansas to get it. Let's set it back down. And now to make it worse, there's an additional delay. Well, it makes it easier for me. They don't need the truck quite as quickly. So it turns out I've got about another week-ish to do it. So it's going to play out real good because this way I have a little bit extra time to take care of that. And Chris is still in the process of moving. So the truck's got to go to Ohio where Lydia still lives still. So I'll probably have Chris tow it down and with my big trailer. And then he could use that trailer to bring the absolute last of stuff out of Ohio up here to Wisconsin. So that'll probably play out good because I won't be doing it. And I'll be in Orwell doing that trucking deal. And Chris could take care of that and drop that off. And that'll save a lot off me. Think about it. 16-hour round trip if I don't have to do it. F it. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day. And we're getting ready to start putting the first coat of primer on this thing. We got done with the masking on the very top, those ribs that go underneath the roof rack. We went and got them masked out, and that's basically it. So last minute preparations before we start actually spraying. Got Chris running around with the degreaser. Grease and wax remover, they call it. Just getting the last of it all getting the last of it wiped down, ready to go. This sucker's been worked over with the Scotch-Brite, so it's ready to go. We do have to use this adhesive promoter. Can't even talk today. Adhesion promoter. That's a blooper. We do have to use this adhesion promoter. This will go on the nose just prior to us priming. That's about 10 minutes before we start priming. That's the process there. So getting ready to set up. Once that starts spraying, I got 1, 2 masks ready to go. Got the water separator on the bottom of the gun ready to rock. Got the primer on the mixer ready to start mixing. Got my PPS box ready to go with all my equipment. So yeah, we'll be painting here shortly. And then you guys can leave comments, tell me how I don't know what I'm doing, I shouldn't be doing this and all that other blah, blah, blah. Well, either way, we're not looking for a Barrett Jackson truck. We're just looking for a good wedding gift for my son and Lydia. So there we are. That's how we're doing it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get that primer mixing. Then we'll start spraying. Get Chris's mask put together. I went ahead and put mine together already. Here, these come with a bag for storing after the fact. I'll leave this here. This for after. Put your mask in when you're done with it. Oh, you found tack cloth right there? Alrighty. Alrighty, so while Chris is doing the tack cloth on the Suburban, I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing the primer now, only because I got the data sheet to it, and it says the pot life on once it's mixed is between 30 and 16 minutes at 75 degrees. It doesn't give a setup time. Now, other primers I've used, it had to be set up in 15, you had to leave it sit in the pot once you mix it for 15 minutes for the chemical reaction to happen. Doesn't say that in this point, so by the time Chris is done tack cloth, and it should be about 15 minutes, that gives us 45 minutes to get it on the truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that. This one I keep, that's for cleaning. That stays there. Now this primer mixes 4 to 1, 4 primer to 1 activator. So these are rusty trusty mixing cups, 4 to 1. So we're gonna go 4 and then to 4. There's your 4. Now there's no need to screen. The other, Chris, I'll show you real quick. Always remember, put the bladder in the cup first. I've done that.
I was going to ask if there's an experience there.
Pour it right on the table. There's no need to screen when you pour it in there, because there is a screen in there. Leave that sit, it's ready to ride. I was going to let this sit. I was going to apply the adhesion promoter on the grill now. I said 10 minutes on that before you hit it with prime.
Supposed to just spray on and
Yeah.
let it go?
Spray on and leave it sit. Spray it on, 10 minutes, and prime. I figure I'll spray it, and then 10 minutes. It'll take me 10 minutes to get the truck, at least. Yeah.
spray it on, let it dry.
You said give it 10 minutes before you hit with primer. What do you mean? And that will take 10 minutes. Turn it the other way. Ah, please try. No, I get it.
I'm gonna check these.
Yeah, I did. And he walked in the hole and I'm looking for me.
Alrighty, boys and girls, we got the primer on the truck and all the different assorted panels behind me. Went ahead and took lunch. So I figured I'd show you what we got, how it looks so far. I'm happy with it. Roof's done. You can see it pretty good. There you go. So we just wanted to cut around when we sanded it, just come around the edge a little bit. So I wanted to make sure I jammed it enough, but we're not like doing the entire door jams, just around the edges where you can see it. That's how it's looking. All right, now all we gotta do is put the gun back together and mix the paint, start spraying. Holy smokes, it looks like a truck again. Man, what a difference a day or two or three makes. Alrighty. Obviously, Chris got all the paper off, the masking tape and all that whatnot. Man, he gets a lot of work done while I'm editing video. Good thing his plan of mine working. I just went and got back from O'Reilly's. I wanted to replace the marking lights for the side. Now, I put a new one of these on. I didn't put the other side on, but what a difference, huh? Look at that. That's the old one. That's the new one. So I got new lights for these. We'll go ahead and put that on. Put the front nose on. Tires back on. Yeah, take these off to replace this gold or brown or whatever color this is. Put them back on. So he's diligently working on the other side. The amount of truck you got to take apart to get those on, that's almost frightening. I seen you got your bore scope out.
Yeah. Little speed nuts flex ball down into the body seams.
Oh, nice. You got them though, right?
Yeah, just adds to the fun.
It's always something around here. Now these tail lights, they did one side broke. We did order new ones from LMC Truck. They'll get here whenever in the heck they get here, but we'll try to cobble it together. We'll make the old lights work somehow. Once they get here, if they get here after the truck leaves, I'll just ship them to Ohio. Lydia's dad could throw them on real quick, and then that'll be that. But we'll make it so at least she could use the truck with the two lights that we have now. All that's left now is the nose. You didn't buff this yet, right? You're just waiting for me to do that? All right, so the nose needs to be buffed, and then we'll put the lights in it after he gets done buffing it. But I went ahead and took the emblems off the old nose. And if you look, it's upside down. Look at the color difference. Wow. See if we can do that without scratching it. So check the difference out just in the colors. That's just old and faded, and that's all nice and new. These I got brand new in a box too, so we got to replace these. But yeah, I took the reflectors off and the emblem off, and that'll go on the inside once I can go ahead and take that mask off now, actually.
Looks a lot better with that paper on it.
Well, I'll trade you if you learn how to edit. I'll work on Suburbans.
Yeah, I'll just stick with what I'm doing.
All right, let's get her face on. Gotta hook the lights up to it. So to take this grill off in the future, everybody, what you gotta do is you gotta reach in from the bottom and push up on the tab, not the grill tab, but the tab that's already attached to the truck. The center one, you push the truck tab down. So that one goes down, those two go up. That's how you take it off in the future, because they may wanna change the lights or have to fix them or whatever. Can't see the center one.
I can see it.
You got it? Yeah. Well, we're committed. Push it in. Click. Click. Click.
Hit that one, I barely got it. Hold up when I get it in there.
All right, Snow White got a new face on. Hell yeah.
Pretty good.
All right, brother. All right. Woo! This one did not make the cut. Well, alrighty, boys and girls. Once again, it is the next day. Chris went and buffed a little bit more on the hood now that's on the truck. We did everything else like the grill and so on. We did that off the truck because we didn't want to do it with the lights and the grill and stuff all uncovered. So, but he got on the hood real good. Working on getting it dusty. All the white dust on it, still a roof rack bolted down. There's a little bit issue with that because one of the bolts got stuck. So, third brake light's back on. So we're getting there. It's gonna get hauled out today. Interior for the most part go back. What's oh, the nut and bolts for the roof rack. Okay, that's why the top's down. Well, now it's looking better than like it was. However, though, oh, check out my key. However, though, I've got to get Orwell fired up because I'm gonna go get loaded today. Basic plan for today is I gotta go get loaded for Arkansas. I'm gonna run over to Chilton, pick up an MB, and then come back. Chris will be finishing up on a Suburban, and then we're gonna load it up in the big trailer. Chris will bring it down there. He's got one more trip to Ohio he's got to make. He's got to get household stuff for the house he's selling down there, just the absolute last of it. So he'll use my trailer to get it here, but he'll also do me the favor by bringing a Suburban to Ohio. That would freeze up my weekend, do what I got to do. So it'll work out pretty good, I think, in the end. Alrighty, boys and girls, we're back from Chilton. We went ahead and loaded our MB truck, brought it back here to the FSC HQ. There's our load. We're gonna head and do that over the probably leaving Sunday. Today's Friday. Suburban's leaving today. Probably everything else goes good. Chris is already inside washing the compound off of it from buffing it. So we're gonna get ahead and hook up the big trailer to Chris's dually. And after we get done getting gas, I guess we'll load the Suburban. Chris is gonna get some rest. He's gonna roll out tonight. He'll be in Ohio first thing in the morning Saturday, drop the truck off with Lydia, and then go on and do his stuff with his old house in Ohio, and then bring it up here with the big trailer. And then the move's done. I was just gotta finalize everything with the new crib.
Well, it sounds simple when you say it.
Well, it should be.
Yeah.
Well, you don't waste no time, do you? And it is looking so much different than it was. It's a long process to tear one of these down and repaint them, let me tell you. I don't know how well it comes out on camera. The new tail lights did come in on time, so we got the new tail lights in. They came in yesterday, actually, while I was over dropping their wheels off the polish shop. Got the inside all done up. This came with it. It was like some kind of like a roll out, you know, bed liner protector kind of thing. So we'll give it back to them. Inside's all done. We had it running a little bit ago. Moved it forward. Washing it over our floor drain to get the rubby compound off. We're gonna go take it to Quick Trip. I figure we'll give it to Lydia with a full tank of gas. But all in all, it's ready to go. Man, oh man, I can't wait to pull this out in the sun and show you guys this nice, bright, shiny Suburban looks like. Yep, just hand wash only.
I missed a whole spot there.
Damn it, Chris. Now I gotta turn the hose back on. At least redirect the hose over the floor drain.
It's hard to get white compound off a white car. So I think we got it.
All right, go cut the hose off.
Yeah.
Again. That's right. Is what it is. We do it nice because we do it twice. All right, we'll fire them up, pull them out. I'll take some B-roll shots. Alrighty, boys and girls, we're gonna take it for a quick rip. Not really a rip, but basically just gotta go get gas. So I'm gonna take it for a ride fast. The air does work, by the way. Gotta deal with this stupid, goofy ass detour. Going on here. Tire fell off the trailer. That's what was going on. He passed by the shop. He was making all kind of racket. I was like, something ain't right with that truck, with that trailer. I mean, hope he didn't hit that tractor. No. Truck could benefit from an alignment. It's not exactly straight, but it's a weird farm road. The brake light is still on very low. It has a code in it. Brakes work fine, but there's a code still in it. I don't have the tools to redo that, so. But the brakes function perfectly. We bled them, bled the ABS module out, so it's fine. I mean, we're literally doing 55 mile an hour and it doesn't give a F. Body, it's cooling down nice in here too. So it rides. I never drove it. I just drove it out of the trailer into the shop back and forth when the brakes were shot. Takes a little getting used to, that's for sure. She was pretty good. Yeah. Slow that fan down a little. Matt's definitely going to want to put exhaust on it. I know him. His philosophy is if you can't hear it before you see it, then what's the point? Alright, well, it's a little first drive in the Lydia and Matthew FSC Suburban. Nice. I really hope they like it. I know they've been thrilled to death. I've been sending them pictures, keeping them up with it. And I know they're real excited. And I can't wait. So, alright, we'll see you at the Quick Trip. Oh, it almost filled it. $100. Pump shuts off at $100, so it's almost full. Now, I know a lot of you guys aren't big fans of the automotive stuff that we do here at the shop or whichever, but it's, you know, one big huge conglomerate. You know, think about it. The shop's name is FSC Speed and Custom Shop. That's what we started off as before the YouTube channel took off in the trucking world. But either way, you know, Chris started in with this shop, and then, you know, he did a couple hours work on Orwell, and obviously he knew what he was doing when he did that. And then he started working, once I left with Orwell, he started immediately on the Suburban. I got a little bit of one fender sanded down, and then the entirety of the hood. He did the absolute rest of it, did all the prep work, and people don't realize how much work's involved in doing a full-on truck. So I'm hoping a lot of you guys came over from the trucking side of the channel, you know, and still watch the video, especially up here to its almost conclusion, because I think all we're going to do now is load the Suburban, and then that's that on this video. But, you know, Chris is an invaluable part to this operation right now at FSC Trucking as a channel, because the amount of work he got done while I was out on the road was absolutely incredible. And his tenacity to push through and work on a job where he's a truck mechanic, and I threw him into paint and body realm, and pretty deeply into it as well. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed as of right now. Hopefully it remains that way. But I'm gonna say, you know, it was a lot of work that got done, and I'm very impressed with the amount of work and the quality of the work. Could I have done a better paint job? Yeah, sure, there were mistakes made. The primer didn't lay as well as I liked to. I mixed the base coat a little thinner than it should have been. So there's a couple mistakes that were made, and the bulk of the mistakes were mine. We did have one mishap when it came to the engine. We solved that problem relatively quickly, so that was fine. I wish I knew why the brake still has a code in it. I know it has nothing to do with the brakes themselves as far as how they function. I think we tripped a code by running the truck a bunch with the tail lights missing, and there's some kind of electronic board in the tail lights, I believe, and with them missing, I think that threw the code. So eventually that code ought to disappear, I'm hoping. But the brakes function properly. I hard stopped the truck a couple times. It stops on a dime, gives you some change to spare, so we're good to go with that. But I'm hoping you guys will, at least the ones that watch this video through to this point, hope you guys realize that we're trying real hard to step up our game in the realm of working at the shop and doing the stuff that we're doing. And I'm hoping you guys really appreciate that and see that we're trying hard, and it's working really well. So when I leave this week, Chris will be working on the chapel trailer and working on the Ford truck. So I'm hoping to see a lot of progress in other places beyond just this whole thing with the Suburban. So I got this tire caper going on here. Oh man, that stinks. I heard him going down the road and I knew something was terribly wrong. Well, either way, boys and girls, I'm happy with the way things played out. I'm real excited for my son and my new daughter-in-law. I'm real excited for the whole thing with their life. Matt did find them a nice place to live. He sent me pictures, and I cannot wait to actually see it in person. They're real excited, and I'm real excited. You know, the happiness is contagious. You know, people could be bummed and depressed and, you know, be pissy all the time, and that's contagious too. But happiness is contagious also. So I really suggest in you guys' lives, you know, look forward to things and be happy with the goals that are achieved. Because right now, this full-on paint job and having this Suburban done in the time frame that it was needed, oh man, that fills my heart with pride, and it makes me feel really good. So, all right, we're back at the shop. Let's get this thing loaded up.